Hey deep divers, ready for another deep dive? Today we're exploring the world of Regan Hillyer. You might know her as the manifestation queen from Mind Valley. We've got some really interesting clips from her interview on the Path to Purpose podcast.
Oh, yeah. I love that podcast.
Me too. And her story is fascinating.
Really?
Oh, yeah. She almost became an architect, but then she ended up building these million-dollar businesses all around self-development.
Wow, that's quite a leap.
But get this, she actually started out in tons of debt from investing in all these coaching programs.
Oh, wow. So she was really searching for answers, too.
Totally. And she even walked away from $1 million business at one point because it just wasn't aligned with her purpose.
That's a big decision.
It is. So let's dive in and see what we can learn from her story.
Okay, let's go.
So Regan's story starts off pretty typically. You know how it goes. Parental expectations. She enrolled in architecture school.
Oh, to follow in her dad's footsteps.
Exactly. More to please him than anything else.
That's something a lot of us can relate to, right?
For sure. Choosing those paths that seem practical or what's expected of us.
Yeah, instead of what truly lights us up.
Exactly. But here's where it gets interesting. So in architecture school, they're doing this visualization exercise.
I just love visualization.
Right. It was supposed to be this inspiring thing all about their future as architects.
So what happened?
Well, for Regan, it was like a total nightmare.
Really?
Yeah, she had this full-on get out of the room moment.
Wow, it's like our bodies know before our minds do.
Right.
Have you ever had that feeling like your gut is screaming, wrong way?
Oh, yeah.
It's so important to listen to those signals.
Yeah, and Regan did. She walked away from architecture.
Good for her. But then what?
Well, she didn't find her true calling right away.
It's okay. Takes time.
Yeah. She actually went kind of the opposite direction.
Fiending.
She dove headfirst into all these external strategies. Forex trading real estate, trying to get rich quick.
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
I think we all have at some point.
Chasing those shiny objects.
Right.
Yeah.
Thinking that money will solve everything.
But it usually doesn't.
Nope. And for Regan, it just led her deeper into debt.
Ouch.
Yeah. But this is where her mentor, Simon, comes in.
Okay. A wise mentor.
Love that.
He gave her this amazing advice about the 80-20 rule.
80-20.
80% inner work, 20% outer action.
Interesting. So he was emphasizing the importance of inner transformation?
Exactly. He said that's the key to unlocking real external success.
Yeah. We often forget that part, don't we?
Totally. We get so focused on the doing, the hustling.
But we neglect the being, the inner foundation.
Right. And Simon actually pointed Regan towards some really powerful tools for inner work.
Like what?
Things like NLP hypnosis, energy healing, all focused on rewiring those unconscious programs that hold us back.
Yeah, NLP is fascinating.
It is. It's like having the user manual to your own brain.
Haha, I like that analogy.
Right. You learn how to change your thoughts, your beliefs, even your behaviors at a deep level.
So how did Regan use this?
Well, she started using these techniques to help other people.
To coach them. Yeah, for free at first, just because she was so passionate about it.
That's awesome. I love that.
And the more she helped people, the more fired up she got.
It wasn't about the money. It was about the impact.
Exactly. And her reputation as a coach started to spread.
Word of mouth is powerful.
It is. She started holding events attracting thousands of people.
Wow, that's amazing.
And eventually, she hit that $1 million mark.
So she achieved the financial success.
She did. But guess what?
There's a but.
There's a but. Something was still off.
Even with all that success.
Even with all the outward success.
I wonder what it was.
It was like that get out of the room feeling was back.
Oh, wow. Like a sign that something wasn't quite right.
Exactly. And it makes you think, right? Have you ever felt successful on paper, but deeply unfulfilled?
Oh, yeah. I think we've all been there at some point.
Like you're living someone else's dream.
Exactly. And that's where Regan found herself, at a crossroads.
And once again, she chose to listen to her intuition.
What did she do?
She walked away from that $1 million business.
Wow. That's a bold move.
It was. But for her, it was about staying true to herself.
And building something that truly resonated with her soul's purpose.
Right. And that led to the birth of Regan Hillyer International.
I've heard of that. What's it all about?
It's all about authenticity and making a global impact, which is a recurring theme in her story.
I like that. And it's interesting how she went from that get out of the room moment to creating something that felt so aligned.
It's all about those course corrections.
Totally.
Yeah.
And this is where we really dive into her unique approach to manifestation. She calls it surrendered manifestation.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
It's all about flow, intuition, alignment.
So it's different from that force it to happen kind of manifestation.
Yeah, it's a contrast to that more forceful manufactured manifestation.
The hustle, the grind, the make it happen no matter what mentality.
Exactly. Regan's approach is more about aligning with the natural flow of the universe.
And trusting that things will unfold in perfect timing.
Exactly. So how does that actually work in practice?
Well, Regan has this powerful exercise. She talks about visualizing your biggest, boldest vision.
Okay, I love visualization.
And then you ask yourself, what would I pray for if that were already true?
That's interesting. What's the thinking behind that?
It's about shifting your perspective and expanding your capacity to receive.
Because when we pray,
Mm-hmm.
we're coming from a place of humility.
Right. Acknowledging that there's a power greater than ourselves at play.
And that helps us tap into a higher frequency.
Exactly. And this is where Regan's story goes beyond coaching.
In what way?
She's got this swimwear line, Ascension Swim.
I've heard of that. What's special about it?
It's made entirely from recycled ocean trash.
Wow, that's awesome.
And then she launched a publishing house.
To help authors get their messages out there.
Exactly, to empower them.
Love it. And wait, there's more.
Oh, yeah. She's also involved in a startup that creates diamonds from excess carbon in the atmosphere.
Diamonds from carbon. That's incredible.
It's amazing, right? It's like her purpose is woven into everything she does.
Yeah, leaving the world better than she found it.
Exactly. And it makes you think, what problems in the world light you up?
That's a good question.
What unique solutions can you envision?
I love that. So where does Regan's drive come from?
Well, she talks about her dad being a big influence. He was an entrepreneur, always resourceful, always determined.
That makes sense. But it sounds like it goes deeper than that.
It does. She has this deep desire to contribute to something bigger than herself.
That's a common thread among successful entrepreneurs.
It is this yearning to leave a lasting legacy, to make a meaningful impact on the world.
I love that. So what about those of us who are feeling lost or unfulfilled? What advice does Regan have for us?
Well, she offers some really solid advice. She says, first, give yourself permission to dream.
Tap into that childlike wonder.
Exactly. Without judgment, without limitations.
Okay, so just let our imaginations run wild.
Yeah, and then she says, expand your capacity to receive.
Believe that we're worthy of those dreams.
Right, and open ourselves up to receiving the abundance that's out there.
Because sometimes we block ourselves, don't we?
We do. We don't believe we deserve good things.
That's so true. So what's the next step?
Alchemize those limiting beliefs.
Oh, yeah. Those pesky negative thoughts?
You have to recognize them and consciously transform them into empowering beliefs.
Rewrite the narrative.
Exactly. And then she says, embody the version of yourself who's already living your dream life.
Step into that future self.
Right, and act as if your desires are already a reality.
Align our energy with our vision.
And finally, take aligned action.
Move towards our goals with purpose.
And inspiration. It's a beautiful framework.
It is a roadmap to creating a life that's truly aligned with our soul.
And speaking of alignment, Regan's recent physical transformation is pretty remarkable.
Oh yeah, I wanted to hear more about that.
She totally transformed her body, and it's all tied into her manifestation practice.
So she's walking her talk.
Exactly. She realized that a stronger body could actually help her manifest on a higher level.
Interesting. How so?
It's like she's tapped into the power of aligning her physical, mental, and spiritual energy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And her transformation is a testament to the fact that when we take care of our physical bodies, we enhance our overall well-being.
And create a more powerful vessel for our manifestation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground already, but there's so much more to unpack in Regan's story.
Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, it's fascinating how she made that connection between her physical well-being and her ability to manifest.
Right. It's like she created this feedback loop.
Exactly. Her inner work fuels her outer transformation and vice versa.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and talk about this whole concept of manifestation.
Okay.
It's a buzzword these days, but what does it actually mean?
Well, at its core, manifestation is about bringing something from the unseen realm into physical reality.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like a thought, a dream, a vision.
Exactly. It's about bridging that gap between our inner and outer worlds.
So it's not just about wishing or hoping for things to happen?
Yeah, no, it's about actively creating them.
Okay. So Regan believes that we're all natural manifestors.
We are, whether we realize it or not.
So everything we have in our lives, we've manifested in some way.
That's the idea.
Even the stuff we don't want.
Yeah, the challenges, the setbacks.
So we've manifested those too.
It might not be easy to accept,
No, it's not.
but it's actually quite empowering
How so?
because it means we have the power to change our reality.
By shifting our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do we actually start manifesting what we want?
Well, Regan emphasizes the importance of clarity.
Okay.
Get really clear on what you desire. Write it down. Visualize it. Feel those emotions
Yeah.
as if you already have it.
So it's like setting the GPS for our dreams.
Exactly. But instead of coordinates, we're using emotions, vivid imagery.
Okay. And then what?
From that place of clarity, you take aligned action.
Aligned action, meaning what?
You break down your vision into smaller steps and start moving towards it.
I think that's where a lot of people get the how.
They get caught up in the details.
Yeah, before they even take that first step.
It's like trying to build a house without a blueprint.
Right.
You need that vision, that clarity to guide your actions.
Okay, so no more overthinking. Just start taking action.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
trust that the path will unfold as you go.
Okay, so we've got our vision. We're taking action. But what about those pesky limiting beliefs?
Yes. Those voices in our heads.
Telling us we're not good enough, not smart enough,
No.
not worthy enough.
We all have them.
So how do we deal with them?
Regan talks about becoming aware of those beliefs, recognizing that they're not facts.
They're just thoughts.
Exactly. Old programs running in the background.
Like outdated apps on your phone,
Uh-huh.
taking up space.
And she suggests using tools like journaling, breath work, energy healing.
To help release those beliefs.
Yes, and reprogram them. Rewire your subconscious mind.
To align with our desires.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got our vision. We're taking action. We're clearing out those limiting beliefs. What else is important?
Regan talks a lot about frequency.
Frequency.
Shifting your frequency to align with your desires.
Okay, so if we're approaching our goals from a place of fear,
Or lock.
we're likely to attract more of the same.
Exactly.
So it's not just about what we do, but how we feel when we're doing it.
Exactly. Our energy and beliefs play a huge role in manifestation.
Okay. So how do we shift our frequency?
Regan suggests setting manifestation alarms.
Manifestation alarms.
Throughout the day, when the alarm goes off, you take a few minutes to visualize your goals.
Oh.
Feel the emotions.
Amplify those feelings.
Right, like giving your subconscious mind a pep talk.
I love that. So the more we practice this, the more those dreams start to feel tangible.
Exactly. And you'll naturally start taking actions that are in alignment.
Okay, now I'm curious about the role of surrender in manifestation.
Surrender.
It seems a bit counterintuitive, right?
So
We're putting in all this effort to create something, and then we're supposed to just let go.
that's where the surrendered part comes in.
Okay.
It's about releasing the need to control the outcome.
So trusting that the universe has a plan.
A plan that's even bigger and better than we can imagine.
So it's not about being passive. It's about having faith,
That things will work out in the best possible way.
even if it doesn't look exactly how we planned it.
Exactly. It's about letting go of that tight grip and allowing the universe to orchestrate the details.
Okay, so when we surrender, we open ourselves up to miracles.
Exactly.
What about gratitude?
Gratitude is a supercharger for manifestation.
Okay, why is that?
When we focus on what we're grateful for, we raise our vibration.
And align ourselves with the frequency of abundance.
Exactly.
So it's like shifting our focus from what we're lacking to what we already have.
Yes, which opens us up to receiving even more.
Okay, so how do we cultivate more gratitude?
Regan suggests incorporating gratitude practices into our daily routine.
Like what?
Keep a gratitude journal. Express thanks before meals. Or just take a few moments each day to appreciate the good.
I love that. Simple yet powerful. Okay, so we've talked about clarity, action beliefs, frequency, surrender, gratitude. Is there anything else that's crucial to successful manifestation?
Well, Regan emphasizes the importance of self-love.
Self-love.
When we truly love and accept ourselves, we create a powerful, energetic field.
That attracts abundance and joy.
Exactly.
So it's about recognizing our worthiness.
Yes. And embracing all parts of ourselves.
Even the messy bits.
Exactly. And it's not just about feeling good. It's about attracting experiences that are in alignment with our highest good.
Okay, so when we love ourselves, we're sending a signal to the universe.
That we're worthy of receiving love and abundance.
And that energy is magnetic.
It is. It attracts people, opportunities, resources.
That are aligned with our true selves.
Exactly.
Now, Regan's story goes beyond personal transformation.
In what way?
She talks about using manifestation to create positive change in the world.
Oh, yeah. She believes in the power of collective manifestation.
So as we individually manifest our desires,
We collectively raise the vibration of the planet.
creating a ripple effect of positive change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just about manifesting material things. It's about manifesting a better world.
So it's not just about a new car or a dream job.
It's about manifesting peace, love, abundance for everyone.
It's like we're all interconnected.
We are. And our individual manifestations contribute to a collective shift in consciousness
I love that. So we can use our manifestation power for good.
to make a positive impact on the world.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, but there's still so much more to unpack.
Especially when it comes to Regan's personal journey.
Yeah.
It's inspiring to see someone actually walking their talk.
Mm.
Not just talking about manifestation, but actually living it.
Exactly, and making those tough choices, like walking away from $1 million business that wasn't truly aligned.
Right. It all comes back to purpose, figuring out your why.
Which can be a struggle for a lot of people.
It is, for sure.
So what advice does Regan have for those of us who are feeling lost or unfulfilled?
Well, she has this 5-step process.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
First, give yourself permission to dream.
Okay. Like tap into that childlike sense of wonder.
Exactly.
Ah.
No judgment, no limitations, just pure possibility.
I like that. What's next?
Expand your capacity to receive.
Meaning.
Believe that you're worthy of those dreams. Open yourself up to receiving abundance.
That's huge. Because sometimes we get in our own way, don't we?
We do. We don't think we deserve good things.
So true. So what's step 3?
Alchemize those limiting beliefs.
Oh, yeah. Those negative thought patterns.
Turn them into empowering beliefs.
Okay, so rewrite the narrative.
Exactly. And then step into that future self.
Okay. Embody the version of you who's already living the dream.
Yes. Act as if your desires are already a reality.
Align our energy with our vision.
Exactly. And finally, take aligned action.
Move towards those goals with clarity, purpose, inspiration.
Such a powerful framework.
It is a roadmap to a soul-aligned life.
Speaking of alignment, Regan's physical transformation is amazing.
It is. How did she integrate that into her manifestation practice?
She realized that a stronger body could actually support her in manifesting on a higher level.
Wow. It's like mind, body, spirit alignment.
Exactly. And her transformation proves that taking care of our physical bodies enhances our overall well-being.
And creates a more powerful vessel for our manifestations.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today. We've explored Regan's incredible journey.
From almost being an architect to building million-dollar businesses.
And impacting so many lives.
We've learned about surrendered manifestation.
Alignment, intuition, trusting in divine timing.
We've talked about inner work, overcoming limiting beliefs,
Taking aligned action, celebrating our wins.
and the power of embodiment.
Regan's story is a tapnet to the limitless potential within each of us.
It is. It reminds us that we have the power to create a life that's aligned with our soul.
A life filled with joy, abundance, and meaning.
And as we integrate these insights from Regan's journey, we can step into our own manifestation power.
And create a life that's truly extraordinary.
Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question from Regan herself.
Oh, I love her questions. They always make me think.
She asks, what you're manifesting might already be on its way, but is there anything you need to heal or shift to be ready to receive it?
Wow, that's deep. That makes you look inward.
It does examine those blocks, those limiting beliefs that might be holding us back.
Sometimes the biggest obstacle is ourselves.
It is. Regan encourages us to do the inner work, to align ourselves with our desires, to create a space of receptivity.
So as you continue on your own manifestation journey, keep that question in mind.
What do you need to heal or shift to be fully ready to receive the abundance that's waiting for you?
That's a great question to ponder. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Regan Hillyer's inspiring journey.
We hope you gain some valuable insights and tools to support you on your own path of manifestation and purpose.
Remember, the power to create the life of your dreams lies within you.
Trust in the universe, believe in yourself, and never stop dreaming big.
Until next time, keep diving deep.
Yeah.
And keep shining bright.